Welcome to this lesson where we're going to style our intro section. So go ahead to our style.css file. Let's go ahead, place a comment saying that it is intro section. First of all, let's target the intro section itself. Intro. Let's set background and let's set it to black and URL. And we'll place that background image in. So go ahead to images, intro bg. Let's copy this image name, images / intro bg dot jpeg, and we don't want to repeat it. Background attachment, let's set it to fixed so that when the user scrolls the page it stays the fixed, it doesn't scroll with the page, you will see it. As you can see, we have that image there. Next thing is we need to set background size to cover, so it covers at least 100% width or height of the element, in this case the intro section. Background position will be equal to 50% on the X and 50% on the Y axis. Let's set its padding top, and if you look at our file, we had padding top for intro section some 260 pixels, but again, as we are targeting mobile devices, we'll set to 150 pixels and we'll increase it later on. The same thing is with with padding bottom. Here it's 130 pixels, and we can set it to padding bottom to 120 pixels. Save it, have a look at it in our browser. As you can see, looks okay, and here you can see that background attachment. What the background attachment does, it sets the background image as fixed and it doesn't scroll with the rest of the page. Next thing is, as we want this heading, as you can see, to be center aligned in the page and left aligned right here, we first of all need to set text align to intro to center. Then let's target those, how they were called. Set to HTML intro headings. Let's copy this one, intro headings. We'll set it display property to inline block and text align to left, so those two headings are left aligned. Refresh, as you can see, looks okay. We'll fix this issue later on, and let's have a look at it. Here we'll also have some kind of margin, so let's set margin bottom 100 pixels for now. Save it. We'll have some margin. Then let's target that heading, H1 heading. Not H2, H1 heading. This one right here, this Richard Johnson heading. Let's target it. Let's set its font size to 1.9 ems, and we will again increase it later on. The color for it was FFF, which is white color, and text transform to uppercase because all letters were uppercase for it. And font weight for it is, let's have a look at it. It was regular, so it's 400, not 4000. Save it, have a look at it. Looking good so far. Next thing is, let's target the other heading, which is H4, and set the color. First of all, let's have a look at it, what color had this one. Let's copy the color code, paste it in. Next thing is text transform again to uppercase. Then let's set its font family to Lotto, because as you see here, we have a font family for this heading to Lotto, but initially we set all the headings font family to Maven Pro. So let's take this rule, paste it in right here. Next thing is font weight. It had lighter font weight and was light, so it's 300. Font size, let's set it to 0.8 ems, and again we will increase it later on. And letter spacing is 0.2 ems. Save it, have a look at it. It's looking good so far for mobile view. Then let's continue with targeting our continue button. So let's have a look at it. Continue btn intro and dot. Let's copy this class, copy it, paste it in. We'll set its display to block, so it's in the new line, and we can set its width. As you can see here, now the issue has been fixed. It's in its new line, then the width will be 100 pixels for it, and set margin to 0 auto so it's centered in our page. Yes, next thing is we're going to set in that continue button, and we're going to do, let's just copy this right here, and we're going to do it by setting background to URL, images again, slash this one, PNG. Again, no repeat. Set its background size, because if we have a look at it, see this button is too big. Background size is the width for it be 45 pixels and the height 25 pixels. We can have a look at it. It's looking better, but there's still some issues we need to fix. Background position will be 50% so it's centered in x-axis, and 100% so it's at the bottom right here. Save it. We can have a look at it. As you can see, it's okay, but this button has to be lower down here. So what we're going to do is set padding bottom to 40 pixels for this continue button. So as you can see, that fixes that issue. So the button is in our place, but there are still some issues we need to fix with this text right here for our continue button. Let's get it looking like this. So let's continue. Set its font size. Font size for it was 18 pixels, and if we calculate it real quick, 18 divided by 16 is 1.125. So 1.125 ems. Transform all the letters again to uppercase, and get rid of that underline by text decoration setting to none. Color for it was this color, yellow color. Let's place that in, save it, have a look at it, and as you can see, we have styled our intro section. Everything's looking good, but there, still way to go to get our page looking right, and we will continue doing it in the next lesson. See you there.